Hi, it's been a while since I've been recording because I haven't been feeling well. I've had a little bit of a flu. But I know there's some of you out there waiting for the tennis shoe videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit about making rivets today. Because you're going to need rivets on both the high tops and the regular tennis shoes. When we start getting in on the tennis shoes, I'm going to call these panels, so you know what I'm talking about. This is the panel that is actually the main part of the shoe. So I'm going to call these panels, and then I'm going to call these the tongues, the part that goes inside. I don't know what the actual name. I know these are tongues, but I don't know what they call this actual part here. Rivets are really cute nowadays. They're coming out with some really cute ones. I was in Missouri not too long ago with my husband, and I found these at a Michael's fair. They're called Recollections, and I thought, how cute. These were flower-shaped, and these were 1/8 of an inch. These ones here are 5/32 of an inch, which is your regular, I guess you can call it 3/16 of an inch eyelet for these shoe sizes. These are a lot smaller, and these are used basically in card making, but I don't see why, if you can get your shoelaces through these, I don't know why you can't use them for your tennis shoes. So I brought them home all excited to try them, and I found out that the tools that I have are too big for them. They ruin them. I tried putting the flower on here, and I squashed it, and then I tried using my actual eyelet tool, and it won't work either because this is too big for these little eyelets. They work fine. This machine works fine with your bigger eyelets, but it doesn't work with these cute ones. So I went online, and I found out that there's a company online called eyeletoutlet.com, and they have everything you could want in eyelets. They've got football helmets, drinks, they've got the round ones, they've got animals, they've got shoes, race cars, all the military insignia, squares, triangles, anything you could possibly want in eyelets. They also sell brads, and they sell different types of laces that have beautiful laces, not too bad. But they also have the tool that you're going to need if you're going to use these designer type eyelets. This is a tool. It comes with 4 different screw-ons. They just screw on the top, and it's $9.99, and it does your 1/16, your 1/8, and your 3/16. So this one set should cover everything you need to make your tennis shoes. So if you can't find it locally, you might want to try this eyeletoutlet.com, because they have a good variety. Okay, so basically what I did when I first started is I got the cheapest set I could, which was I think $2.59 or $2.99, something like that. And what it is you get 25 of your eyelets, the plain silver ones, and your 2 tools. For eyelets, they call this the anvil, which is what your eyelet is going to sit on, and they call this the hammer. And the hammer also has a little a raised indent here that's going to actually, you're going to hammer it together like this, and it's going to squeeze the eyelet out so that it opens up and it adheres to the fabric in the back, and you have yourself an eyelet. I was kind of disappointed in these eyelets, the colored ones, because I used my hammer, and I guess I hammered so hard that all the white enamel came off of this eyelet. So now it doesn't look very nice. Same thing happened with the blue on this one here. So I thought, okay, maybe I'm just hammering too hard. So I broke down and I bought this It's called a eyelet and snap plier tool set, and it's supposed to be able to be used with 1/8 of an inch eyelets and up to 7/16 snaps. These are supposedly 1/8 of an inch eyelets, and they're too big for these little ones. But I've already tried it on the bigger ones, and it works fine, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, to make an eyelet, you're going to have to put holes in your fabric. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this and show it to you as an example. This is just a piece of vinyl. I've already got a hole put in there, and I'm going to show you how I did that. But right now I'm just going to show you how you're going to hammer that eyelet. So I'm going to take a silver one, and I'm going to take the eyelet and I'm going to put it in the hole. Okay, so if I was going to hammer it, I would put my eyelet on my anvil. So see, there's a little indentation here. I would put my eyelet upside down on my anvil. I hope you can see this all right. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, so here's my anvil. Here's my eyelet, and I'm putting the eyelet top on the anvil. Okay, so you'll feel that it gets centered in there. It'll stay really nice. Then you take this and you put it right on top, and you hammer. Okay. So if it's not hammered enough, it's not going to stay in. See, can you see I can get my fingernail underneath there? That means I didn't hammer it enough, and it's going to pop right out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back down again, and then I'm going to hammer it until I can't do that. And that's what I think happened with the enamel paint. I think that's what came off. Okay, so now I can't peel this. Well, I can be a little bit because I pulled it too hard. But if I had regular fabric here, this is how it would be a perfect rivet. Okay, so once we get to making the shoes, I'm going to show you how we're going to mark this so you know exactly where to put your holes and to put in your rivets. Okay, so that's the manual way. Okay, so now say I want to use my machine, okay, one of these. So first thing I have to do is make a hole in my fabric. This is vinyl, and this is a hole punch. Okay, this is one. This is a Tandy leather hole punch. I bought this not too long ago. It was about $9.95, and I'm very disappointed in it. It doesn't work like it says it will. It says it will punch through leather, vinyl, and plastic. Okay, and it comes with 2 millimeter up to 4.8 millimeter hole punches. Okay, so what I tried to do is I tried to punch a hole in here, and I pressed as hard as I could. And I still couldn't get through. I could get part of it cut, but I couldn't get the rest of it cut. And you just saw I pressed as hard as I could. Okay, so what I did is I took my little scissors here, and I finished trying to get that hole out of there. Okay, so now I've got my hole, and it's not perfect now. So anyway, I was playing around with this, and I figured out there's a secret to it. If you double up, if you're trying to make a hole in this, and you put some fabric that you don't care if you're going to ruin it or not, put it in there behind there, and I want you to listen to this as I try it again. Okay, I'm going to make another hole in this vinyl. And it's not making a liar out of me. You're supposed to hear a pop, and then once you hear that pop, your fabric went through. Okay, I'm going to try it one more time. Okay, I'm going to try it, just double my vinyl up and see what happens. Okay, did you hear that click? Okay, that means I got through one and I didn't get through the other. But if you hear the click, you get a perfect circle. See how that turned out? Yeah, finally I figured out how to get it to work. Okay, so this was $9.95. Say you don't want to spend that kind of money, and I don't blame you. I wouldn't buy it again if I had to rebuy it. So I was at Walmart years ago, and this is also a hole punch. It was originally $5.96 on sale for $3.50. And I bought it, and it works the same way, only you take your hammer, this comes in different sizes, and you'll have the right size you need if you get the small, see that? And it comes with a little, all of them come, you can get these at Michael's where the leather section is. And they have 2 different size holes, so if you're going to make these doll shoes, make sure you get the 2mm small sizes, because the big ones will be too big for you. Too big for these shoes, I should say. Okay. Alright, so now I'm just going to take this and make a hole. Okay. And it went right through. I didn't pound hard enough because I didn't want to bother make so much noise while I'm videoing. Okay, so there you go. So say I want to put one of my colored pieces of, here's a green one. No, that's not green. Yes, it's green. This is a very dark green. So let's say I want to put the green eyelet on the green vinyl. This time I'm going to use this machine. See how you've got pointed end here, and you have the same thing here as your anvil, but on this machine, on this pair of pliers, you have a hole there where when you press, that top hole is going to go through and go down there. So you always put the good side of your rivet on the protruding side. So I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to slide it in here, and then you can see it in the back, and I'm just going to squeeze. Okay, and there you go. I got perfect rivet, front and back. But this is the 5/32 or the 3/16 size of eyelet for this machine, not the 1/8 like it indicates on the marking. So that would be perfect if I didn't want my eyelets to show on the green shiny vinyl. I'm going to make a pair of high tops on these and see, or maybe even the little ones, and see how that would look as a pair of shoes. I think it'd be very cute. This is better than working with the glue and the glitter, and you get the same effect, and you don't have any of the mess that glitter comes that you get with the glitter. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here for this, and then I'm going to move on to the tennis shoe patterns and how we're going to measure to get the right shoe pattern for your doll's foot. Okay, I'll be back later.